This is my Porsche Cayman 987.1. It's a 2006 Cayman S, and I'm going to talk you through 5 things which are pretty terrible about this car. My name's Satch. Welcome to Driver 81. Okay, so as I say, it's a Cayman S 2006 987.1. It's a car which I absolutely love. Ever since owning this car, and I've had it for about probably 6 or 7 weeks now actually, and I have to say 95% of the things about this car I absolutely love. I've made a video on 5 things I love about this car as well, so check that out. But before we get into it, I'm just going to ask you if you can please click like on this video and also subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow. And I'm also looking to get 100,000 subscribers. Once I do that, I'm going to be giving away a Porsche Boxster 986. So there's a little incentive for you to actually subscribe to the channel as well. But back onto the 5 things that I dislike about this Cayman S. Well, I'm going to count down from 5, so 5 to 1. 1 being the thing that I hate the most about the car. So let's get into it. So the 5th thing that I hate about this car, and a lot of people, it may not bother a lot of people, but to other people it may well bother them. It all depends on what you're looking to get out of the car. When you use your car, what do you use your car for? Now this car, being a 987.1, doesn't have any hookup options for things like iPod or MP3 players. So it has no aux input, it has no USB input. Literally all you can do in this car is use the CD player, or you can use the radio. That is unless you actually upgrade the whole PCM unit. So a lot of people who are looking to actually listen to music in this car will do the PCM upgrade. For me, it doesn't really bother me because I spend 90% of the time driving in this car with the radio completely off or the CD player off. It's only really when I have passengers in the car that I like to maybe put a bit of music on for them, but I'm only limited to a CD or the radio. So that could be improved. I'm not sure if it's the same on the 987.2. I'm sure you guys will know more than me. Some of you guys who have a 987.2 can put a quick comment in the box below to say whether that is a thing or not. Okay, so number 4 on the list of things I hate is the engine compartment. If you want to get access to the engine compartment, it's not as easy as, say for example, lifting up a bonnet as you would on a Ford Fiesta. You've literally got to lift up the rear trunk, or the rear boot if you like. You've got to prise out a carpet cover, which is quite heavy, and you've got to sort of prise it in the right way to prevent ripping it. And then you've got to get a Torx set. You've got to get a Torx, I think it's like a Torx 20 or Torx 25 that you need to undo, and there's about 5 or 6 Torx bolts which you actually need to undo. So it's not a quick and easy process. The whole process, if you know what you're doing, probably takes about 10 minutes, but still 10 minutes is a long time when you consider 99% of the other cars on the road, you just lift up a bonnet and everything is there in front of you. So a little bit of a drawback, but not the end of the world. I understand that. It's consequences of having a mid-engine sports car. Alright, so we're on to number 3 now. If you've got this far, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe as a reminder. Number 3 is the whole gear stick. Not the gear stick itself, because when you put your hand on the gear stick, it actually feels really nice. It's like a nice golf ball effect. But over time, these can become very sloppy. Now I've got this car in 4th gear now, and it's very, very sloppy. So a popular upgrade is to do the GT3 short shifter kit, which is something that I will be looking into. I'm not sure exactly which short shifter kit I'm going to go for. I do know there is a kit on eBay which people talk about a lot, and I've actually got that for my Boxster 986, although I haven't fitted it yet. I believe it actually fits this car as well. That's only about £38-39, so I can see why a lot of people would be easily drawn to that short shifter kit. GT3, I think it costs about £250. Again, I could be wrong. I need to look into that a bit more, but ultimately it's going to stiffen everything up here and make sure that this feels nice and solid when you put your hand on it, because I do think that when you put your hand on this and you can move it around a lot, it does give a little bit of a negative light on the car. Not by a massive amount, but it makes the car feel not as tight as I think it should be, and it's lacking in that area a bit. So that's number 3 on the list, the sloppiness of the gear stick. Okay, we're absolutely storming through here. Number 2 on the list of things that I hate. Well, actually, this should be reworded, because this is things that I hate about the car, but it's not actually about the car. It's about people's perception of the car. So there are times, not every time by the way, but there are times when, say for example, I'll pull up to go to the shop, I'll pull up to get petrol, and there'll always be somebody there who wants to talk about Porsche cars, and, well, not Porsche cars, just cars in general. But they'll always say to you, oh, you know, it's not a real Porsche. Do you know it's not a real Porsche? And I know they're trying to tug on my strings. They're trying to get a reaction from me. And I have to find it quite comical that these people haven't actually got a clue. These guys are probably driving Fiestas, or they're on the bus most of the time. So it's quite comical that these are the guys that are coming up to me and saying, you know, that's not a real Porsche, don't you? The look on some of these guys' faces when I say, here, have a look at that, that's my 911. Is that a real Porsche? Put it this way, there are a lot of Caymans on the road which can absolutely thrash a 911 any day of the week. So these people who are putting down the Cayman clearly haven't got a clue what they're talking about. And I wouldn't mind it so much, it's just that you have to put up with it time and time and time again. And it's funny the first few times, but after the first few times it just gets so boring, and it's such a dated comment. And probably no matter what you say will make these guys say otherwise. So what's the point? So we've reached number 1. The number 1 thing that I hate about this Porsche Cayman 987 is the exhaust note, or should I say the lack of exhaust note. It's a sports car. Let's take a look at what this car sounds like on startup. Pretty limp, pretty damp, pretty just bleh. Nothing, absolutely nothing at all, which is really pretty shit considering it's supposed to be, you know, a sports car which would rival a lot of other sports cars on the road. However, I did have a plan. I've actually upgraded the exhaust system in this car, and I've put in what they call a Carnival exhaust, and it's an exhaust system which costs about in total about £500 or £600. And it's absolutely beautiful. You want to hear this thing. It's good. You probably can't hear it as much as I'd like you to on the video. However, the problem is that you've got to actually pay to get some sort of sporty GT3 sound out of the car. This is something that should come from the factory. It's a sports car, for Christ's sake. You shouldn't have to buy a sports car and then have to pay extra for an exhaust. I don't think that's right. I know it is right because a lot of people do it. It's very popular in the 911s that the 911 guys, myself included, you get the sports exhaust as an option. As an option on the Cayman 987, it is an option, I believe, but when I was looking for this car, I rarely saw them with the sports exhaust. So what are people doing? Are people buying these from new and not bothering about an exhaust? Very strange, very strange. But anyway, I suppose everybody's different, and what I look to get out of a car, the sound I want to get out of a car may be different to anybody else's. Oh, can you hear that? Oh, it just sounds so good. It sounds like a GT3. Oh, sexual noises. Anyway, so that's one of the things that I hate about this car, the lack of standard exhaust note, or the lack of sporty, grunty exhaust note. So I hope it's helped you a little bit. Maybe if you're looking to buy one of these cars, steaming up a lot here. If you're looking to buy one of these cars and you want to know the potential things that owners maybe don't like about their cars, well, hopefully this has given you a little bit of understanding or a little better idea of what people like myself don't like about these Caymans. As far as the rest of the car goes, 95% perfect. Just a few things that let it down. So I'll continue to make more videos like this. If you will please like and subscribe to the channel. Obviously it helps the channel grow, it helps the channel thrive. I want to make more and more of these videos, but I'll only make them if I know I've got an audience watching. So really appreciate the guys who are already subscribed and already watching. Appreciate your comments coming in every time. I love reading through them. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more videos on this Cayman
Gotta go, leave you.